Hello, baby. This is just my microphone. Watch out. Watch out. Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I will be choosing my May TBR using my TBR cards. Real quick, my cat is sweeping the floor in the background, so hopefully the mic is not picking that up, but if you hear anything, that's what he's doing. Last month, I did use my TBR cards that I purchased on Etsy, and there were a lot of prompts that didn't apply to me. Like, I didn't have the books for them, I didn't know what they meant, so I did go through the deck a couple of weeks ago and remove all those prompts. So now I only have cards that I feel like I can find books on my physical TBR cart for. Speaking of my TBR cart, I did totally revamp my cart. I had 3 stacked rows before. Now I only have books on the top 2 shelves, single, like there's no books behind there. On the top are all the books that are like heavy on my radar for May. Like, if I can read all of these books in May, I'll be a happy girl. I typically read between 8 and 12 books in a month. There are more than that here, so I'm going to use my cards to help me prioritize. On this second shelf, the majority of these books are on my priority reads for 2025. I have a list of 25 books from my physical TBR that I am prioritizing for the year. I do have a video on my channel showing you all of those, and 2 of these books are on my 2025 most anticipated reads. Those 2 books, real quick, are Enchantra, which I kind of like, I changed my mind since then. Like, I'm not really anticipating this, but it's on my list, so I'm gonna try to slay both of those lists this year. And A Fate Inked in Blood. Now, I don't know why I did this. This isn't the book that's on my top 25 most anticipated reads. Book 2 is. Why I put book 2 and not book 1, I don't know. Couldn't tell you, but I did that, so I'm including it on the second row. And then the rest of these books are part of my 25 top priority reads from my physical TBR list. One last thing before I start shuffling and choosing my reads. I also have 2 books that I don't yet own because they haven't been released, but they are top priority. Like, to be honest, I am reading these books in May, whether I choose a prompt for them or not. That is Can't Get Enough by Kennedy Ryan. That's probably my most anticipated new release for 2025. I can't wait to get that. That is book 3 in a series. Book 1 is Before I Let Go. Book 2 is This Could Be Us. And then book 3, Can't Get Enough. And then the other anticipated new release is The Tenant by Frida McFadden. She's an auto-buy author for me. If she releases it, I am reading it right away. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle my deck and choose my first prompt. A book that is body positive. Body positive. Let me see. You know what? Honestly, I feel like this might fit the prompt based on the reviews that I've seen on TikTok. I could totally be wrong, but I don't think any of these other books will fit. Oh wait, Can't Get Enough, Kennedy Ryan. Shoot. You know what the problem is that most of these books I go in completely blind, but I feel like Can't Get Enough by Kennedy Ryan, like, I feel like the character Hendrix is body positive. Like, she's a queen in every shoot. You know what? I'm gonna choose Can't Get Enough by Kennedy Ryan for a book that is body positive. I hope that that's right, but I really think it is. So I'm gonna put Mile High back and go with Can't Get Enough by Kennedy Ryan, because I already told you I'm reading that book regardless. But if I could fit it in a prompt, then that's even better. This says a book with a fake relationship trope. Okay, so I have 4 books that fit this prompt. Savor It by Tara DeWitt. I know book 2 in this series, I don't know if it's a series, a duology, I have no idea, but I think it's interconnected. But Savor It. I have not read anything yet by Tara DeWitt. This is like a summery book, and I don't typically like to read summer books outside of the summer, but it has been super warm lately, so I feel like this would be fine. He shares a kiss with her basically, and it leads to dating rumors, so that is a fake relationship, right? Kinda. Does that really? You know what? Let me put that one back, because I feel like, yeah, kinda, but at the same time, that was like accidental. Like, they didn't go into it with a scheme to fake date, so I'm gonna put that one back. So that narrows it down to these 3. Fix Her Up by Tessa Bailey. When she proposes a wild scheme that they pretend to date, so Fix Her Up. I'm doing like work around my house right now. Like we're getting the siding and the roof done and like a bunch of stuff's going on. So I feel like this would be cute for this month while I have all of that going on. Then I have Funny Feelings. This is also by the same author as Savor It, Tara DeWitt. It says when falling in love is a punchline, and I feel like since it has rain on the cover, this would be a perfect spring read, and we are technically still in spring. It says when the biggest opportunity of Farley's career comes along and forces the pair to fake date in order to stir up publicity. So that is definitely a fake relationship. And then last but not least, Bridesmaid Undercover. This is on my top 25 priority list, and I am going to a wedding this month, so that could be cute. It says she'll have to go undercover to help him prove to his ex he's worth a second chance. But what if the second chance he already needs is with the woman who's been at his side from the start? It sounds more like she's a wingman, so I'm gonna put this one back. Okay, so that narrows down to these 2 books, Fix Her Up and Funny Feelings. Which one should I read? I'm gonna shuffle these books and choose blind. Fix Her Up. Fix Her Up by Tessa Bailey. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Girl, I'll do it. Okay. So that was 2 books. Let's move on to the 3rd prompt. The next book in a series. None of these apply. Okay, we do have 3 books for this prompt. So we have Enchantra. I read Phantasma whenever it first came out last year. So this is book 2, so I can read this one. Then we have this chunky book, Redeeming 6. Enchantra is on my most anticipated list. This is on my priority list. And then Megan Quinn is also on my priority list. So I looked over my priority list, and I have to read 2 a month in order to complete it this year. So I think I'm going to choose from those books and put Enchantra back. Is it Enchantra or Enchantra? I don't know. So it's between Redeeming 6 and Bridesmaid Undercover. I will look and see which book ends on an odd number and go with that one. This ends on 483, but let's also check Redeeming 6. 768, so this is an even number, so I'm gonna put this one back and go with the odd number. For book 3, the next book in a series, I'm going to read Bridesmaid Undercover. A book with a place in the title. It says, welcome to Enchantra. This is a place. She receives an invitation to Enchantra. This is the only option that I have.
Oh, hey, no. Okay, my cat is very curious right now.
So for book 4, a book with a place in the title. We're gonna go with Enchantra. Okay. I'm not bursting at the seams. Like, I'm not like uber excited because I already told you the books on the top are the books that I really want to get to, and so far I have one book from up here and 2 books from down here. But I mean, it's good because Enchantra is on my most anticipated list, and then Bridesmaid is on my priority list. So we're doing good. Let's go on to prompt number 5. A book that was gifted to you. Not gonna lie, I don't get a lot of books as gifts, but I'm gonna see anyway. No, I think I bought all of these myself. I did, so I'm gonna put that to the side and shuffle again. A book that has flowers on the cover. Okay, so I have 5 books that fit this prompt. For The Wrong Bride, I chose this book because of the wedding that I'm going to, but I did already choose Bridesmaid Undercover. It says she's his fiance's younger sister. He's the man she's always loved. When her sister doesn't show up on her wedding day, Raven has no choice but to take her place. No More Secrets by Lucy Score. This is nice and short, and usually her books are chunky. Like, look at this book here. No More Secrets. I know I pre-ordered another book in this series and it's being delivered this month, which is why I put this on my cart, because I'm like, I should probably get to it since I'm like collecting the series at this point. I have book 1 and 2, and then book 3 will be delivered soon. Then there is Story of My Life. This is a rom-com, but I haven't heard that many good things about it. I'm gonna put this one back. So now I have 4 to choose from. Maybe I should do Funny Feelings, only because this feels like a spring read with the rain on it, and I should probably get to that sooner rather than later since summer is right around the corner. I'm gonna go ahead and choose this one, Funny Feelings by Tara DeWitt. So that is 5 books, including like the Kennedy Ryan book. Let me choose another one and we'll see if I want to keep going from there. A book that has been on your TBR the longest. Ugh, yuck. All right, so based on my cart, what's been on my TBR the longest? What has been on my TBR the longest? Shoot. I think I know, and I don't want to. I believe this one has been on my TBR the longest. This is The Long Game by Elena Armas. All right, I mean, the TBR cards have spoken. Those are all the TBR prompt cards I'm going to pick because I do have books that I know I'm definitely going to read this month, even though they weren't chosen. Mother, Daughter, Murder Night by Nina Simone. It's Mother's Day in May, we know that, but on Mother's Day is my daughter's birthday as well, so I thought it'd be kind of cute to read a mother-daughter type of book. Plus, this will like really break things up. This is a thriller, I believe. I think so. It says a grandmother, mother-daughter trio come together to solve a homicide in their coastal California town. Think Gilmore Girls with murder. So,
Oh, there's my cat again. Hey, Astro. No, no.
So this is also going on my TBR. Alive and Wells, I'm starting today, so this is definitely on my list for May. My husband is listening to this one on audio, so I want to try to read that with him, so I'm going to go ahead and add this to my list. I'm still reading The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. I started it in April, but I'm going to finish that in May, so that's kind of on the list as well. Heavenly Bodies by Imani Iru. This is a fantasy, and I didn't choose any, besides Enchantra. I think that's a fantasy, right? Is that like a dark I think that's like a dark romantasy. But this book, Heavenly Bodies, I keep seeing this on TikTok. It's like highly rated. It's book 1. I think book 2 is coming out later this year. So this I'm definitely adding to my list. And The Rose Bargain is another fantasy by Sasha Payton Smith. I've heard amazing things about this one as well. Stephanie Garber says deliciously dark and romantic. I've heard amazing. I think this is a YA as well. This, and then The Tenant by Frida McFadden. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12 books. I know that's super ambitious, but I did read 13 books in April, so it's not impossible. But then the other thing to consider is I am going away for a couple of nights later in the month for a wedding. So we'll see. If I can predict a book that I'm probably not gonna get to, which I'm gonna try to be a good girl and get to it, but like I'm really not looking forward to this book. So I think if I don't end up reading this book, I'm going to unhaul it. I've only seen like negative reviews on this, and I don't want to waste my time. Like if I read it and I don't like it, I'm gonna DNF. That's just what it is. But you know, maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised and I'll love it. So anyway, those are the books on my May TBR. I am super excited to get into a brand new month. I'm gonna go ahead and record the books that I read in April right now, and you can look forward to that video next. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next video soon.